Hey yo, what's up? You know what it is. It's your boy Triple the G.O.D. Welcome back to Kamen Super Climax Heroes, everybody. I'd like to welcome you to the first of many of our viewers' choice primers, and I would like to shout out said viewers. Shout out to my boy Shaweb, and shout out to all the Toku Gap. We are in the building. What's really hood? Shaweb asked a favor of me, and he asked me, to look at the hardboiled one, Kamen Rider Skull. And when you select a character, in most cases, you're given the option, because Skull doesn't have any additional options of to transform or to do anything else, is that you can either select them by itself or select them with a tag team partner, but, that doesn't matter here. And I figured, I guess I might as well select his son-in-law, Kamen Rider Excel. And stuff, we don't want to hear you talk, too early, no. And just, so we can fully set the stage, let's have this primer in a church, because, that's the thing that just makes all logical sense. Let's have a primer about a man with a gun, with a skull on his face, in a church. So, let me set up real quick and turn on this super mirror. Now, this is going to be a little bit longer, because this is another mini primer within a primer, because Skull is the first assault gauge character we're taking a look at. So not only do I need to explain Skull and what he does, I need to explain what's changed from Kamen Rider Forza in the assault gauge, because while a lot of the things that the assault gauge was in Forza is the same, there are enough differences to warrant me re-explaining how the assault gauge works, so that you know that because when it comes to assault gauge characters in combo building, in offense and defense and all the stuff that we have laid the groundwork for already, learning how the assault gauge works is so key. So at this time, we're going to step away from that, and we're just going to take a look at Skull real quick, because, that's what we do. We take a look at characters, because it wouldn't be a character primer if I didn't take a look at a character, now would it? Okay, fine, enough of that sarcasm. Let's get to work. Now, because Skull has a sidearm, he does have an option that, I just activated. Well, we can just run around, activate, 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 and such. Activate. Okay, now that we've done with that, let's get to what I was actually finna say. Because Skull has a gun, he does have an option, to do this, which is his mobile arm. He's able to shoot 3 at a time. They cost all a half meter, and he can do it while free running. So, it's good for zoning to a degree, but its best work is getting in if you can score hits and then doing a throw afterwards, because it's the fastest thing you can do, and the only thing you can do that can't be punished, because the only thing you can do is that if your opponent sees it coming is check it. But then, because the bullets come in so fast and furious in an offensive sort, you can always just run in and just do a grab, because like I said, it's the fastest thing you can do and one of your safer options in that situation. Now, because he can run around and do a drive-by on you, that must mean his rider order is different. Damn straight. Does a back step. If he hits that magical bullet, we get a Kamen Rider magical explosion, and then, you fall out and you blow up. Now, there are a couple of interesting things you can do, and I'm going to show you them now. Now, just as with most things I show you, that, yeah, you can juggle that, but it's more of a question of if, and if you want to, how. I'm going to show you an example of what not to do. You don't want to do that. Now, it may look cute, may look fun, and I may make it look gangster as all hell, but that costs $1.5 meters. And because Skull is an adult cage character, he has a lot better ways to spend $1.5 meters with that. What should you do? That, because it only costs $0.5 meter, and it's guaranteed, and you do around the same damage you would have off the rider cannon. So again, what we're going to get into when we get into talking more about the assault gauge is going to be meter management, because this is the only style in the game that really takes meter management to a whole new level, because of how assault gauge characters can manage and manipulate meter. But we'll get into that. So what about his specials? That neutral, baby, that Skull Punisher. One more time in his face. Boom, boom, boom. You know what? One more time, because I just like seeing, Skull shoot at him. One more time. I'm a 6 foot, what you want from me. Directional special. This little roundhouse kick. One more time. Kick him in the face. Akiko, baby. And jumping special is the scatter shot. Now, a personal note for me, just so I can say it, I wish that didn't knock down. I really do. I really wish that didn't knock down. I wish it was a stun or something so you could do like some interesting combos, you know, doing like jumping lights and stuff like that into it and then doing other stuff like that. But it does have a use. It just ain't that. Now, let's get to these jumping normals. Jumping light, jumping heavy. Jumping light does OTG in some combos to a degree, and you can ride a cancel after and do a jump cancel combo. The same for jumping heavy. Thank you, Skull. It is a knockdown, but there are certain combos where this thing is probably one of the best things in Skull's arsenal once you figure out, you know, its proper use and everything. So now that we got that out the way, let's go ahead and let's get to these strings. What we got up first? We have this light, the light string. 3 button presses. You can ride a cancel off. You can ride a cancel at any point. Ride a cancel off 3, of course. Does this wonderful combo, which you can ride a cancel and, you know, jump cancel and all the fun stuff I show you in every video. Next, we have the light to heavy chain. The light to heavy is, of course, a jump cancel, and I just activate it again, and, you know, who cares, because you do more damage, such and such. We'll get into that. One more time. You can also ride a cancel off 3 and go right back into the air. That does a bit more damage, but learning the actual timing of that, and we'll get into that too, it's a bit different. Moving right along. What has changed is that, I want to explain this real quick, is that even though like in earlier videos with Wizard, is that he didn't have any chains that used up or down instead of using left and right, which it kind of displays on the screen that shows you all of the possible strings. Is that Skull is a character, and I think, you know, this goes for most Assault Gauge characters, is that they have strings that use left and right and up and down. So I will be, you know, making sure that I make sure to tell you the difference between them, because, you know, I just can't say any direction now, because I don't want to confuse you when you go into practice mode, when you look at the strings like, oh, Rex said this, but it ain't that and such. So it is what it is. So what we have up first is left or right in the light string. Just kick him. I think that the second one hits low. You can ride a cancel in the corner, but you have to do it early in the animation and then do it. So let's make sure that we get it on tape. Why is it not working? There we go. Rider kick him in the face. Or silhouette kick actually, but you know, here's what it is. What we got next? We have left or right, and the left and right light to heavy chain, which you can do rider cancel. Of course, you'll always want to rider cancel the first shot and then act as soon as the third hit to get the best chance of getting up in there and doing that. And let's make sure we can get that on tape too. And such and such and so on. What we got next? We have up or down and light chain. Again, rider cancel on 2 if you want to keep them on the ground. Rider cancel on 3 if you want to juggle them. Such and such. We have up or down and the light to heavy chain. There is something special about this, and we'll get into it. Just for now, just know you can rider cancel off 3, jump cancel and such. We have the heavy chain. You saw me demonstrate that earlier, but you know, just so you know what the actual button presses are for. We have the right light to heavy, because again, as you know, left does an actual throw, and you do get a full nice crumple stun, because that was the combo that I showed you earlier. And we have up or down in the heavy chain. Second hit crumple, third hit knocks away, and there's something special to that as well. And talking about that something special, we gotta say bye-bye to Super Meter. Bye-bye, Super Meter. Now, I want to take this time and welcome you to Assault Gauge 101. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there were 2 strings that I talked about that have special properties, because as we talked about last year in the Burst video, is that there are certain combos that if you press the special button when they're done, you get additional meter back. One of those combos is the up or down like the heavy chain. Press the special button and you get some meter back, and the other one is the up or down heavy chain. After that punch, you get some meter back. Now, here's the thing about assault mode and how it's changed. And let me just make sure that I can just get proof of concept. Is that you only need 2 meters to do an assault burst. This is key for a reason. Because the question you're now left with is that a rider cancel costs 1, a jump cancel costs 1. Now, if you get into a situation where you need a combo where you need only 2 meters and you have 2 meters, don't rider cancel. Assault burst. And here's why. In assault burst, you do a bit more damage. So that's the only real considered thing that you need to do, that you can do the same combo and do additional damage. Maybe, I guess I should show you. This is normal. That's normal. And then we got the 2 meters back. So let me charge up to make sure I have enough. And I messed up. See? That's the thing about live TV. Can't predict it. You cannot predict it. Thank you. Can we do that one more time, Scott? Thank you, sir. Now, let's try this again. And then, you see, it does the same amount of damage the whole combo did the last time. So, again, let's do it one more time. Yeah, okay. Again, live TV. Look at how much more damage that did than it did normally. Now, the damage, it may look, because of the way that damage scaling works in the game and how it's represented, it may look minuscule, but it does a bit more damage. Enough for you to consider using an assault burst versus using a rider cancel into a jump cancel instead. Make any sense? Cool, I'm glad it does. Now, there are a couple of things that we do need to talk about. Let me get this meter back real quick. And that's not a combo we get meter back with, Skull. Not what we do on this show. See, you gotta love live TV. Really do. Now, here's the thing. Remember that crumple combo, the left or right, the right heavy chain? That is probably going to be, and it should be, one of the main tools of your offense. For this reason. Not that. More like this. See, you want to get fancy? We can get fancy if, if Skull actually wants, do what I want to do. And it wasn't that. I spent 2 meters and I get it right back, because not only of doing an assault charge, but also doing enough rider cancel to get that meter back. So pretty much what you just witnessed was a meterless combo that you need meter to start. And that's the key. That's the key to assault gauge characters. Now, there is one more thing we do got to cover about assault gauge characters. And oh, I don't believe I forgot this. Light, heavy, special button, and then rider kick at the end. Just make sure that we get it on tape for the record. Now, there are a couple of fun things you can do, because when you do an assault burst, some of your normal string chain. This is a light chain in assault mode. This is a heavy chain in assault mode. And I think it's time to turn back on meter again, because I'm not going to charge it up again. This is your up or down heavy chain now. And also, not that. Let's do it one more time. And also your directional special changes. So kick him in the face. One more time. Kick him in the face. Just like that. Now, there is one other thing that we need to show. The awesome things you can do off jump cancels. Now, remember this. Remember that. Remember that. Thank you, Skull. One more time. Actually, hit him, please. Thank you. Now, with most characters that I've been learning in my research so far, is that you do get a relaunch. The question is, do you want to do one? In Skull's case, you do. Because of that. Because he does more damage. So, if you're sitting on 2 meters, you can always do that and always do guaranteed damage. So, and the damage that it does. The thing is about that combo is that you just have to learn how to do it. And there's also that version right there where you add an extra, where you add the heavy into the light, but you know it's a real time-based thing. So practice that on your own time. So the TLDR of this whole little thing is the following. When it comes to assault gauge characters, and when every one that we take a look at, the key is always going to be finding that combo that you can do the most damage with, and make sure that you get as much meter back as you put into it. And that was this combo right here. Bingo. I spent 2 meters and I got it right back. When I show you assault gauge characters, I'm always going to show you that one BNB that's going to get you. You either going to spend enough meter to get some back, or even get more meter for the damage you do and trade for that. So that is going to be key as we look at more assault gauge characters, and you learn to look at these videos and learn how to build your own combos. Because what you want to do is that when you play as assault gauge characters, to a degree, you want to be miserly with your meter, but at the same time you want to understand that because I have these options to build my meter, and I have these options and ways to do a lot of damage, to understand that that if I spend this meter and I can do this, and I can get this much back from it, that is always going to be an assault gauge character's key to victory. What can I do to maximize my damage but minimize how much meter I actually use in the end? And it's always going to be key. But I feel before we get out of here, maybe we should do this. Look here, son. You're going to treat my daughter with some respect, or I'm going to hit you with this exploding skull. I really felt that I really needed to make this joke for the reason of making said joke, and kick him in the face, finish your kick, take care of Akiko, the end. See? That was the payoff for picking this stage and picking those 2 characters so I could make that awesome joke. And it is what it is. So, again, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. I want to shout out Shyweb one more time for requesting I take a look at the hardball one. If you guys have any more requests, because I got everybody on the list and I'm checking it twice like Santa Claus, is that I'm going to try to get everybody in as quickly as I can. So if I'm not getting to your character now, I will be getting to them later at some point, at some degree of time, at some point, at some time, at such and such, and blah, 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 and so and so. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get out of here. You know who I am. I am Triple the G.O.D. Of course, I explained it all, and I'll holler at you guys next time, man. Peace out.